Good afternoon, everybody. Big Mike back here with you once again. And today, I have for you the recap and a little bit of my thoughts of this past weekend's wrestling extravaganza. As we have the reviews for Bound for Glory and Extreme Rules, which were both really solid events in their own right, and like I said, gonna give you my thoughts for them. So first up, Bound for Glory. Impact Wrestling's biggest show. It's pretty much their WrestleMania, which is great. First match on the pre-show, the only match on the pre-show, you had the Digital Media Championship Open Challenge, as Brian Myers' challenge was answered by Von Dong Go. That's right, Dirty Dango, making his Impact Wrestling debut. And well, it was I'd say a solid match. I didn't really see all of it, but I did see enough that I was very impressed by the action between the two of them. I'll give it a thumbs up, and I enjoyed that. The real part of the pre-show, which I did really enjoy, was the Hall of Fame induction of Raven Nevermore. And boy, oh boy, was that a fun time. Tommy Dreamer comes out. Tommy Dreamer, of course, being Raven's biggest rival in ECW back in the day. Basically brings him out, says, thank you to everyone from my career, to my wife, to TNA when they came calling. Renewed my love for the business. And then finally he thanked Tommy Dreamer, my greatest rival. And now, water under the bridge, psych, boot to the gut, even flow DDT, lays out Tommy Dreamer. That was the best thing. That made my heart swell up. I'm a big Raven fan, if you didn't know. And his DNA run was so good. Even when he came back, I want to say that was about 2013, maybe, when he was, who was he kind of mentoring? Dexter Loomis, if you know who that is. So, yeah, very fun segment. Maybe we'll see Raven down the line again. Who knows? Alright, first match on the main card, and boy oh boy, it's the X Division. That's right. As Speedball Mike Bailey defends his title against Frankie Kazarian. Yeah, that's right. Frankie has plenty of history with the X Division, a 5-time champion, and hold on, and has many great moments in the company, including a big old leg drop off of Ultimate X. Go look that up. It is insane. Anyway, I can't believe Kaz kicked out of an Ultima weapon from Mike Bailey kind of early on. That was nuts. Kaz tries for the flux capacitor, which I haven't seen that in a million years. Bailey kicks out of that one. Bailey tries to go for an Ultima weapon again. Gets caught in the crossface chicken wing. Tapped out. The reign is over. And as much as I'm a little disappointed that the reign is over, I'm kind of okay that it's Kaz. Kaz is a living legend. And you know what? He deserves one more decent run. So I'm going to give this match a thumbs up. And I'm going to say you should probably give this a watch. Right, next match, we got the Last Rodeo. That's Mickie James' retirement tour as she takes on Mia Yim. Now, as I said previously in my predictions, this is probably going to be Mia Yim's last run in Impact because their current contract expired. It was a relatively short contract, so we'll see what happens there. And that's why I predicted Mickie James in this spot. A lot of great counters. Mia Yim caught a Mick kick, which was very surprising. A lot of great kind of top rope action from Mia Yim. Mia tries for the eat defeat. Mickey counters into a Mick DDT and the Mick kick into the 1, 2, 3. Winner, at least sticking around for now, Hardcore Country Mickey James. I'm going to give this match a thumbs up. It was a lot of fun, and I'm interested to see where both women go next. Alright, next up, a very interesting matchup as we got VSK, the Knockouts Tag Team Champions, that's Chelsea Green and Deonna Purrazzo, take on the Death Dolls, which is a very interesting name. That's Taya Valkyrie, as she's teaming up with Jessica, that being the former Jessica Havoc in a new gimmick. And I gotta tell you, the power both of these women had was really complementary to one another, and they had some really good chemistry with VSK. Taya and Jessica with a real interesting tag move. I don't remember what it was. For the cover, 1, 2, 3. Winner, new Knockouts Tag Team Champions. So, I do hope Impact gets some new women's tag teams in here, because they are running a little low on challengers. So, hopefully we get to see something cool in the future. Alright, next up, the other half of the tag duo, as we have the Impact World Tag Team Championships on the line. As the Kingdom, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, along with Maria, take on the Motor City Machine Guns. And boy, oh boy, for a first time ever matchup, these two teams killed it. A lot of counters to a lot of moves. There was an attempt at the Skull and Bones, but Maria jumps up on the apron and distracts the ref long enough for Mike Bennett to get involved. And, match ends via roll-up, which I don't love that, but I will say it does fit Honor No More. So, I'm going to give this match a thumbs up. Was a lot of fun, and who knows what we'll see in the future. Alright, next up, we got the 20-person Calling Your Shot Gauntlet match. And now this got clarified for me. This is kind of like the Royal Rumble. Now, first two participant out, Eric Young of Honor No More, and the re-debut, I guess, of the local hero, Joe Hendry. That's right, Joe Hendry coming to Impact Wrestling, and to hear the crowd singing his song, that was cool as hell. I am so happy he got his moment, and honestly, it was what it was for this match. It was a bit of a cluster. Guy number 3 in, Steve Macklin, a guy I thought I would see the win. Next up, Rich Swann, who I think really deserves a little more from Impact. Hopefully we'll see him near the top of the card soon. Savannah Evans, the heavy for not Rachel Ellering, what's her name? Tasha Steele. Johnny Swinger coming out with one of the old school WrestleMania moving rings, if you remember those. Tasha Steele then comes out. Killer Kelly after that. She has been feuding with Steele, which has been fun. Then out comes Moose and Sami Callihan. Big surprise. I did not expect Taylor Wilde making her big comeback. She did have a bit of a comeback with Impact. She has been MIA for a little while. Very happy to see her back. Next in, Giselle Shaw. Bit of a newcomer to Impact, but she has been getting more higher profile matches, which is always good. one of the biggest surprises of the evening, Bully Ray making his Impact return, a former two-time world champion. So that's cool as heck. Out comes Tommy Dreamer. He's been working as a producer for Impact for a while, so glad to see him. We got the big return of the War Machine Rhino. So we had the biggest ECW chant of the weekend. Where the heck were you, Philly? And next, Bhupinder Gujjar. Another pretty young acquisition for Impact. In comes Heath, who reunites with Rhino. Bobby Fish near the end of the card, which, I thought he was going to win because, they're in Albany. And last, but certainly not least, the man I thought would be challenging for the digital media title, Matt Cardona enters the chat, which that was a big surprise. Glad he's back. Hopefully he's back for a little while longer. I know he's got the NWA stuff, but, it's good to see him. Overall winner, and I can't believe I'm saying this, it's Bully Ray. Now, I know what you guys are thinking, and I was initially thinking it too. Oh, Bully Ray, low TNA. Honestly, I don't think it's that big of a deal, because, like I said, Bully Ray was a former two-time world champion in his own right. So, maybe having him challenge the champion, we'll get to that, isn't the worst thing in the world. I'll have the veteran put over the younger dude. So, I'm going to give this kind of a thumbs up. Was I expecting Bully Ray to win? No. Am I thrilled about it? Not really. But, you know what? I think it's okay. Alright, next up, we got the Knockouts Championship match as Jordynne Grace is challenged by Masha Slamovich. And I'm going to tell you this right now. This was Masha's best match. Now, Masha isn't bad. I'm not going to say that. However, she has mostly been involved in squash matches leading up to this. She has been undefeated since debuting in Impact, which is great. Now, I honestly thought they were going to crown Masha here, but to my surprise, Grace held her own, including countering some submission holds. Masha almost going for her finish, in which Grace countered. A couple of attempts at the Grace driver. Slamovich powers out, which that's crazy. Eventually, Grace did get Masha Slamovich up for a not a Samoan driver. What is it? A muscle buster. She hits that. 1, 2, 3. Winner and still Knockouts champion, Jordynne Grace. So it looks like we're going to see Grace with this title for at least a little bit longer, which I'm okay with. Let's build up Killer Kelly a little bit more. I think it's easy to rebuild Masha, although that might take a little while, so we'll see. And find Alamo, our main event of the evening. We have Josh Alexander defending his World Heavyweight title against Honor No More's leader, Eddie Edwards. And boy, oh boy, were there points in this match where I thought Eddie Edwards had it. And he was out there by himself. He didn't even have Honor No More out there, which is crazy to think about. Couple of attempts at the seafloor spike that got countered, and I believe one of them got countered into not the Boston Knee Party, a Dragon Suplex, I think it was, for a very close near fall, which was I thought that was going to be it. Couple of times moves get... There was a combination of moves. I forget initially what it was, but I think it was like a top rope German into the ankle lock by Josh Alexander, which that dude is impressive. Josh Alexander, I feel like, doesn't get enough credit just because he's on Impact. Dude kills it every time he goes out there. Hell, everyone on this roster kills it every time they go out there. Anyway, match ends with the C4 spike. 1, 2, 3. Winner, Josh Alexander. Then Honor No More comes out, besides PCO. So we'll see about that in a little bit. And beats down Josh. Then out comes Bully Ray. Maybe he's calling his shot. Maybe he's doing what Moose did last year. Oh, the winner of the Call Your Shot Gauntlet gets a title shot anywhere they want. So it's a trophy, but it's also kind of money in the bank. Which, if you don't know, you can cash in whenever you want for a title shot. So it does look like Bully Ray, who has spent some time in ROH, it looks like he's going to team up with Honor No More and steal the title. So you have Josh and Bully face to face, jawing at each other. Bully Ray turns around into a big old punch to Kenny King, who sells it immaculately, by the way. And then Josh and Bully Ray fight off Honor No More together. But then Bully turns Josh around, basically says, "Do you know who I am? Do you know what I have? I'm coming for that, for the world title." So I'm going to say this, and I know I'm going to get a little bit of criticism. I'm excited for that match. Bully Ray versus Josh Alexander, even if Bully Ray's a little older. I think that's going to be a hell of a battle. So I'm going to give this match double thumbs up. The after segment, a big thumbs up. And I'm going to say must watch. Must watch, seal of approval. Go give it a watch if you haven't already. So now that is Bound for Glory. We have one other card to go over today. And it is Extreme Rules. And this was a very stacked show. Like, there was a lot of matches I didn't enjoy. There was some finishes that I thought were a little stupid, but yeah, I'll go over them. So, no pre-show matches, which I am appreciative about. Like, sometimes these shows can go a little long. Anyway, so, first match, we got a 6-man tag, good old-fashioned Donnybrook match, which basically street fight. As you have the Brawling Brutes, you have Sheamus, Ridge Holland, and Butch taking on Imperium. That being Gunther, Ludwig Kaiser, and Giovanni Vinci. And boy, oh boy, did these 6 guys go at it. Like, I don't care how many times I see these guys, they're gonna kill it. Lots of joint manipulation by Butch, which that's always great to see. Ridge Holland put in some work, including double suplexing Kaiser and Vinci by himself. That was dope. At one point in the match, you have all 6 guys down on the mat. You have Vinci, Holland, Butch, and Kaiser just brawling with each other. Sheamus and Gunther just forehead to forehead, just get up, and they start swinging. Oh my god, that was so cool. Then Holland and Butch have, I believe it was Kaiser by the arms. Sheamus with a big bro kick to the face. 1, 2, 3. Your winners, the Brawling Brutes. Boy, oh boy, that was a fun opener. And that made me the happiest dude alive. I'm going to give this match 2 thumbs up and my must-watch seal of approval. That's right. Early on, my seal of approval. And go check it out. It was a hell of a good time. Next match, a little less of a good time, but whatever. It was an Extreme Rules match for the SmackDown Women's title, as we have Liv Morgan taking on Ronda Rousey. Now, Liv has pretty much beaten Rousey twice by sketchy means. Once at SummerSlam where she was tapping while Rousey was in a pinfall that the ref counted. Liv wanted to step up and she wanted an Extreme Rules match, and she got it. Like, was this the most entertaining match of the night? No. Was it a lot of fun though? Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Liv Morgan coming out with a baseball bat, kind of like Harley Quinn. Rousey did dominate a little bit early, but Liv did get some in. Although not really enough for me. I feel like more could have been done with this. You know what I mean? Like, I know Liv is a little bit more inexperienced in the ring. So maybe she's going to go down to NXT and work on that. I don't know. But, Ronda Rousey with the... It wasn't even a Fujiwara. It was like some sort of weird leg hold. That was... It stopped the entire match completely, and by technical submission, whatever that means, your new SmackDown Women's Champion, Ronda Rousey. The match was okay, at least, but I feel like that finish just had the match come crashing down for me. It could have been a lot more pop and circumstance. Maybe something happens after the match. I don't know. I feel like this was a missed opportunity by WWE. Alright, next up. Another kind of weird finishing to a match. So we have Karrion Kross taking on Drew McIntyre in a strap match. Now, it was then confirmed that this would be the pinfall version of the strap match, not the touch 4 corners and you win strap match, which I gotta tell you, I hate those. Those are not fun. Anyway, before the match begins, Kross refuses to put the strap on his hand, and then he immediately attacks Drew before the bell. Like, immediately. Which, honestly, as a heel, that's smart. Why wouldn't you do that? That is very smart from a very smart heel. There was even some brawling in the crowd, which I miss shit like that. Eventually, they do get back into the ring. Drew forces the strap on the arm. Ding, ding, ding. And immediately starts going at it. Like, immediately. And these two guys were swinging bombs at one another, including a strap off, in which they rode up a bit of the strap and just start smacking each other. Oh, it was brutal. And the sounds of strapped skin was like, ooh, not something I ever want to experience in my life. So Drew had Karrion Kross down for the count. He was going to go for the Claymore. In comes Scarlett Bordeaux. She pretty much gives him the stop sign. Drew is about to walk around her. She spins him around, pepper spray in the face. And I'm just going to say this. If you had that the whole time, why not start with that? Like, I get it. You're smart to jump in at the start. But if you have that kind of equalizer in a match like this, why not immediately go for it so that it's a bit of a shorter match? You know, Kross with the big win. And, yeah, match itself was great. The finish fell kind of flat for me. So, Match I don't believe was as bad as people were thinking, but I do understand the disappointment in the finisher. Give me 1 second, please. Alright. Next up, we have a ladder match for the Raw Women's title, as Bianca Belair takes on Bayley of Damage Control. Now, Bayley comes out on her own, which, I mean, that's interesting. The rest of the team does come out eventually, but her coming alone at first is kind of a really good mind game thing. So immediately, Bianca and Bayley start hammering each other. Just big blow after big blow. Bianca tries for a moonsault, misses. Bayley then breaks a ladder. Breaks the hinge of the ladder. Puts Bianca in the middle of it. Tries to slam it. Bianca moves. Bianca then with a big old KOD on the ladder. Which, that was... Woo! That was brutal. I'm going to say that much. Bianca then tries to go up for the ladder for the win. Out comes Damage Control, in which stops her initially, but then Bianca gets the upper hand. It's a KOD on both of them, which that was also very impressive. In comes Bayley. She's got a piece of her leg brace. I guess she is having some knee issues. And it looks like she's going to go for, damage with it. She then tosses it away, tries to hit Bianca with her knee, misses, turnbuckle, big old top rope KOD. Bianca then climbs the ladder, retains her title. It was a very fun match. I honestly thought Bayley was going to win it here, but I'm okay with this. It is going to be interesting to see who's next in line for the Raw Women's title. And I got a bad feeling it's going to be Charlotte. But overall, solid match. Very enjoyable. Next match, you have Finn Balor taking on Edge in an I Quit match. Now, basically, in this match, all you got to do is to force your opponent to say, I quit. And honestly, this was a bit of a cluster. Pretty much everyone got involved from the rest of Judgment Day, which was Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio. Rey Mysterio made the save. Beth Phoenix came in. Match end came when pretty much the rest of Judgment Day had Edge by the hair. And Rhea Ripley had Beth Phoenix face down between a chair like this, and she was about to hit her. And then Edge finally quit. And while they were celebrating, Rhea hits her anyway. A concerto to Beth. Like, Beth, are you okay? Please give me a sign that you're all right. That looked brutal as hell. Match itself was fun. A little bit of a cluster. But I think this was enjoyable. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And the final match. Oh boy, this was a beauty. It was the fight pit. As you had Matt Riddle taking on Seth Rollins, refereed by UFC legend, DC himself, Daniel Cormier. Now, there were points where both got reprimanded for, I guess, not listening to DC, because he's, ref, you're not allowed to do shit like that. At one point, both guys go to the second level. Looks like Seth was about to perform a big old stomp. He then gets dumped on his back on top, which makes him roll to the mat. And then Riddle with a gigantic senton. That was crazy. Then Riddle with the submission hold. I believe it was, I think it was just a STO. Not an STO. like a sleeper hold. But instead of tapping, actually, no, he did tap. Seth Rollins tapped, so your winner, Matt Riddle. I thought this was a fun match. I feel like they could have used the cage stipulation a little bit more. But overall, I had fun. Big old thumbs up. And now, the segment of the evening. Lights go out. You see the fireflies. And you know where I'm going with this. First, you see, zoom in, Huskus the big boy. Living. No dangly fangs, looking like a damn serial killer. Comes back out. Goes into another part of the arena. Rambling Rabbit, looking like he's hocked up on cocaine. Comes back out. Goes back to another part of the arena. Mercy the Buzzard. And it's full on Hawaiian shirt. Zoom back in. Zoom back out. Not Mercy. Abby the Witch. In which apparently the person playing her had Brody Lee's old skull mask from when he and Rowan were the Bludgeon Brothers, which very good touch. Comes back out. Goes to the announce table. That looks like there's a mask of the Fiend on it, except it looks like it's inside out. Zoom back in. Zoom back out to right next to the timekeeper's area. It's the Fiend himself. Looking creepy as all hell. Zoom back in. Zoom to the ring entrance. There's a door. It's all letting out blue light. Oh, and before this, there was a little segment showing the old Firefly Funhouse, but it looks like it's abandoned, which that was creepy as hell, and I love it. So, door opens, out comes this masked figure. He's holding a lantern. Comes out slowly. Other arm goes for the mask. Takes it off. It's the Eater of Worlds himself, Bray Wyatt, has returned to the WWE, and I am hyped for it. Bray Wyatt is the most creative dude on any roster. And he was pretty much stammered by Vince. And now that Vince is gone, Triple H let him in. I cannot wait to see who his first feud is against. If those characters from the Firefly Funhouse are going to be anybody. Rumor has it, Bo Dallas is coming back too. So we'll see if he's involved. This is the most excited I've been for WWE in a very, very, very long time. Triple H, please keep it up. And look, I'm going to say this. I do like what AEW's doing. I love what Impact's doing. MLW, hurry the heck up. NWA's been fun. Triple A's been fun. New Japan's been awesome. We are spoiled with pro wrestling right now. And if you're just locking yourself in to one or two promotions, you're missing out. I'm going to say that right now. You are definitely missing out if you're just cornering yourself off in WWE land, cornering yourself off in AEW land. Let's enjoy pro wrestling together as fans, not as wannabe insiders, not as journalists, as fans. Because right now, we are absolutely spoiled. Alright, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next predictions coming up. I believe, hold on a second. We have on the 15th, Triple Mania in Mexico City. That's going to be the finale of the trio of Triple Manias AAA has been going on for their 30th anniversary. We got New Japan Pro Wrestling. I believe it's going to be more the Strong brand. It's going to have Rumble on 41st Street. So that should be fun. And we got a ton coming in November. So I hope you stay tuned. And I shall see you on the next one. Peace.